and gentlemen, welcome to Trade Pro Labs. Trade Pro Labs is a crypto investment club. We're a community-driven VC where we work with aspects in all different areas. Our main value is to help entrepreneurs raise capital and see where we can add value with hyperbolic growth in the best mediums. I'm Paige Larson. I am the acquisitions director of Trade Pro Labs, and here today bringing you NFTSHILL with Maurizio. Maurizio, welcome to Trade Pro Labs. Of course, we would love to hear a little bit more about your project, NFTSHILL, what you guys do, where you guys are currently at this current moment.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for the lovely intro. I'm glad to be here with you and your audience. I'm currently in Dubai, and I'm one of the half of the project. So Da Vinci, the famous YouTuber, is also my partner. And we kind of started about a year ago. I think it was end of November. We launched the beta kind of early December, and publicly was January. So let's say 11 months ago. And what we are trying to do, we are trying to create a platform for NFT creators and collectors to go and either list their platform and or see what kind of NFT projects are cooking in the market. I'll be happy to give you a demo if you want and share my screen.
Please show us. Let's see.
Okay, nice. So let me click some buttons and share my screen so you can see what I see. You should be able to see my screen popping in. Is that correct?
Yes, amazing.
Okay, perfect. So as you can see, in essence, this is the homepage where you can see a bunch of NFT projects, and you have a bunch of options that up in the menu. If you are someone who has a NFT collection, one thing you can do is list your project. So by clicking the link, you'll be able to fill in a form. In essence, what happens, we are asking to validate your email address to tell us about the project. So we want to make sure that you are a real human. So there's going to be one of my team members who's going to validate actually the data inserted. So what blockchain, what kind of project you are developing. There is a bit of description. There are some images to show, and I will show you later what it looks like after you've submit the form. So then what happens is we go through a kind of series of controls to make sure that, there's no bad business involved. And then you will have, in essence, a page published on our website where you can go through a bunch of different options. You can list your social media, you can have your website, you can talk about your chain, if there is a charity, how many NFTs are you planning to do, what the price is going to be. And then I do interview. I offer the option to be interviewed on our channel. I have a YouTube channel, which means you'll be able to, if you are a creator, you'll be able to tell your story. But if you are someone who wants to purchase the NFT itself, you'll be able to get some insights of the collection, understand what was the behind the curtains, what was the reason why they launched such a project. And I think this is a unique feature I've not seen anyone doing, integrating the YouTube videos in the platform. I think it's a massive value, specifically for both, right? So if you are someone who wants to explain why he or she has done it, or on the other hand, if you are someone who wants to buy in the project, you want to know more about the project itself. And then from here, you either play the video or you go on the YouTube channel by clicking the link, and you'll be able to see the interview in full, in essence. Then this is just part of the product. There is also there's a bunch of different features, as you can see. So to begin with, whenever we record an interview, you'll be able to filter from the homepage. You'll be able to filter by either collections, which is where we are now, and then you can filter by categories, different blockchains, different kind of upcoming collections or premium or listed already in the market. Then you can see the interview tab, which means you'll be able to see all these people I've interviewed. There's one with Da Vinci. It's there when he launched his collection, which is my partner, like I said. But also you can go into a calendar view, which basically is going to tell you from today, 2 weeks from today, which collection is going to launch. So if you are someone who doesn't want to miss a drop, you'll be able to do so by using the calendar. Something else which is kind of cool, basically we have the option to see where people are clicking. So there is a ranking. You can filter by day, week. You can go for a 1 week, 30 days, or yesterday or today. And we're basically giving you real data of where people are clicking. Something worth saying is whenever you watch a project, you view a project, I actually lock the IP address. So if I reload the page, you will see that the number is not going to change. So people won't be able to spam reload. If anything, is going to make sure that these are real people, they're real views. So it could give a sense for the community, actually for both. So if you are a collector, someone who wants to buy, you'll be able to see how many people have seen the project. But also if you are a creator, you'll be able to see how many people have seen your page, right? So it works both ways. There are a bunch of stuff like this. Now, something we just launched, and I'm super excited about this. And like I said, nobody else does it. You'll be able to edit your data. So let's say you list a project. Let's say you want to list a project, and then you want to later on change your summary or change your description or change your supply or maybe change the price. You'll be able, by signing in, which is completely free, you'll be able to find your project and then register, which is simply an email and password. And we'll be able to change the data. You'll be able to change photos, banners, all the social media links. You'll be able to manage your data independently, which is kind of cool because things change all the time. And maybe you want to add more social media, or maybe you want to add more descriptions, or you want to change your photos. So giving the option to creators to maintain their page independently, I think is kind of cool, because what happens in the market, you have to contact someone, send an email, say, hey, can you please change the photo? Can you please change the description? So they have more freedom. So that means it's kind of becoming a social page of some sort. And we are in between a marketplace and a calendar site. We don't offer the option to buy yet, because we want to focus on a in between and after. So I guess if you think about launching an NFT collection, there are some key timeline in your plan. So one will be advertised before you launch, then will be advertised while you are minting, and then advertised after it's been minted. So I think we position in a very niche market, because nowadays you only have people, they offer you either the calendar launch or the marketplace. So we are trying to be in that journey all the way.
Most definitely. And tell us, do you guys have any form of competitions or competitors in the same line of what you guys are currently doing?
Not really. So there are people, they do calendar, for example. They simply show what's coming in terms of NFTs, but they don't offer the option to edit the data per se. They don't offer the interview bits. And by the way, interviews are also coming into a form of a podcast. So whenever I do an interview, you can find it on iTunes, Amazon Music, and Spotify. So if you don't want to see the video, you just want to hear it, there is also the option. So someone who does all these features, they don't give you the option to see how many people have viewed the page, or there's no option to perhaps see the ranking part of it. So we are trying to branch out and basically offer a bunch of different tools from a creator perspective as well as from a collector perspective. And there is a number of amazing things we are working on. For example, very soon we'll be able to like a project. So then if you are someone who wants to see not just the views, but how many people have engaged with the project, we are adding the like feature as we speak. So it should be live in the next 2 weeks. So we are kind of thinking out of the box, and what can we give to both audiences, collectors and creators, to increase value in the platform. And then, of course, you'll be able to register. So it's kind of becoming a social platform where you can leave your data, manage your data, see where people are clicking. And if you are a creator, you can advertise your work. If you are a collector, you can see what to buy. And then I guess the video is the cherry on the cake, because you'll be able to learn insights about the project. And also, it's not 100% guaranteed, right? Because I don't meet everyone. But if you make a video and you show your face and talk about your project,
of course, everyone gets more interested.
Yeah, and very likely you are not going to be a scammer, right? Scammers are
of course
usually hiding.
Scammers are the ones who are scared to show their face.
Exactly.
And how many users do you guys currently have using your platform?
So there are about 3,000 projects now listed in the database. Ever since we opened the registration, which was 4 weeks ago, we have about 120 people. So 2 or 3 a day are registering. Be mindful that you can also register if you have no collection. So if you are someone who wants to register, you can now. And we are building a bunch of features for also collectors, because now, the fire starter was speaking to creators. So to create collections, create, these NFT projects. But now we want to build a bunch of features for people that don't have a project. They just want to buy stuff. So we'll be able to show some features specifically for people that want to buy NFTs, because I think we are gathering both in this kind of, our user case is basically both people, creators and collectors. And we are planning to build a bunch of interesting features for also the other side of the group, which is people they will eventually buy. I mean, of course, if you are someone who wants to buy, you can still see, okay, let me see what's upcoming in the next few weeks. Okay, these are going to launch. Okay, great. Let me filter by blockchain. Let me see the calendar. So let me see the interview. You already have a bunch of features, but we want to keep building to make sure that we provide a 360 around the NFT space, because I do believe that NFTs are here to stay and they're going to grow bigger and bigger. Sure. So we want to provide value the market.
Amazing. And Maurizio, when did you guys found NFTSHILL?
So like I said, it started like about a year ago. We are in the 11 months, more or less. Da Vinci joined only a few months ago. We've done no marketing yet. So everything, all these 3,000 people we have registered in database, they're coming through organically, Twitter. And of course, the video helps because whenever you do an interview, they tend to share it, which means they'll bring more people in. And we now want to start cracking in, and push the promotion a little bit harder because we can handle more. Technically, the platform can handle infinite amount.
Yeah,
so
of course,
we are not even 1 year older, so probably 11 months.
Amazing. And what made you and Da Vinci go into working together?
That's a fantastic question. I've always been a fan of Da Vinci. I've been following on his YouTube channel forever. And then I found myself in Dubai. I was in London for 20 years. And about a year and a half ago, I moved to Dubai. And then we met one of the events that he has done. And then we started talking about NFTs, and I launched a bunch of collections. I basically was on the other side. So I was the creator who was trying to sell, and I found the struggle and said, okay, I have this collection. Where do I go? Where do I advertise my collection? And then I faced the fact that there is no a place where I can do all these things you can do with NFTSHILL. Of course, you can go on Twitter, you can open up Discord, but whenever you list your project on a calendar or on a platform, you won't be able to change the data, for example. No one is going to make an interview integrating the platform. So all these features we are adding, they're actually coming from a need I had when I started building NFT collection. But I guess the ultimate test will be to allow the customer to tell us exactly what they want, because at the end of the day, from my perspective, you have to make sure that the customers are always at the center of what you do. Because I could have some amazing ideas, but if nobody wants to use them, then are they amazing? Exactly.
It needs to bring value to the community.
Exactly. We do also every Tuesday at 7:00 in Dubai. Me and Da Vinci, we do a video together where we talk about the market and collections, upcoming things on the NFT specifically. So we are trying to provide also a news feed of some sort to kind of make sure we go into the NFT community 360. We will start doing Twitter Spaces as well, probably in January, so we can kind of start talking to them directly. And it's been a fantastic journey. Da Vinci has brought a lot of knowledge. Of course, whenever you start something your own, you have your kind of funnel vision, right? And you think. But then when someone else comes in, it brings you perspective. So I've been very lucky in having him on board.
That's amazing to hear. Really fantastic. And where do you guys see your project heading in the next few years? Do you guys have plans to excel any further than where you currently are at?
We do, yes. We want to do a lot of stuff. I guess one of the things that he said to me, which was very useful, is like, okay, one thing at a time.
Baby steps.
Exactly. Do one thing and master it. I suppose, from my perspective, I'm a creative guy. So I've done software design my entire life. So when it comes to creating things, I'm very much like super happy and I just put my head into things. But he's helping me to focus on steps. So for now, we want to build these organic base of creators and then start proposing them features they can use to basically sell their collection and or to serve people they want to actually buy NFTs in the market, right? And even though we are now in a quote bear market, I think it's a fantastic time to build because now it's a builder market, that's what I call it, because even though the market goes up and down, you don't build when everything is pumping, you build when everything is...
of course not.
Right? So in terms of where we want to go, we want to basically go and push a little bit more into the collector area. We want to offer the option to showcase your NFTs. I think one of the biggest problems you have if you are let's say you are a collector, I am a collector, I buy NFTs. And what happens is there is no place for you to see them, right? So you can only connect your wallet to a marketplace, for example, OpenSea, but OpenSea doesn't have any Cardano. Okay, now they are including all the other chains like Solana and Polygon and all sorts of stuff. And if you go on Magic Eden, they are now doing Ethereum and all these things. But again, you have to go connect your wallet, and then you have NFTs all over the place. What we want to do, we want to centralize for people that actually own NFT so that they can go, log in, just put the address, and we are going to list the NFTs in there, which is going to be a fantastic feature that people are going to love. Because, for example, myself included, I have a lot of NFTs, but they're all on different platforms, and there is an easy way for me to see them. I have to go and connect my wallet in many different websites,
different places, yeah,
which is a massive headache. And not just the headache of connecting the wallets, it's also a security issue, because I don't want to connect my wallet. Just give me the address. I can read from the blockchain and show the NFTs. So this is going to be a major feature we're gonna do. We are also building a token which you'll be able to use to purchase some services. So there is going to be a lot of exciting features. But like Da Vinci is teaching me, one step at a time.
And when are you guys planning to launch this this token of yours?
It's going to be next year, early next year.
Okay, wonderful. And back to the platform side of things, how many NFTs are people or individuals allowed to load onto the site?
As many as they wish. So the listing is free. So you'll be able to list as many collections as you want. Some people have multiple, like I think one of the biggest one has like 10 or 11, but the average is like 1. Some people have 2 because they become tricky to maintain. But I guess ever since we've done the option to change your data, people are using it. I can see on the database every time someone is changing something, I have a reminder just to make sure that they're not putting stuff inappropriate on the website. So I have a lot of alerts, which means people are actually using the feature, which is interesting, because it was one of my ideas, but I didn't know if it was. Most of the time you have to launch it to see if then people are going to use it. Of course, it's been requested on various channels, so we knew it would have been a hit, but it's going very nice. So far it's been good.
Wonderful. And do you guys have quite a large team, I'm guessing?
Yes, it's about less than 10, but we are growing. We are just hired a new person, which is going to start next week. She's going to help in collecting more data and make sure that we follow customers. Because what happens is, even though we offer the service to edit the data, some people maybe don't know, or they prefer, they maybe request, hey, do you mind changing the price? So we can say, hey, you can do it yourself. Yeah, we can help you. But if you register, which is literally like 1 click, you can do it yourself. So having a customer support is kind of growing on us. So we need more people to support our lovely artists. So yeah, about 10 people right now.
That's amazing. Maurizio, I really do think you and Da Vinci have a great project on your shoulders. NFTSHILL definitely has a place to grow, for sure. There's a lot of scalability going at the moment, I'm sure, and I'm sure other individuals who would love to see more about your projects as well. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for, of course, watching us and taking your time to review NFTSHILL's project. If you guys are interested, would love to hear more information from you guys. You're always welcome to drop a comment below or direct message us, and we can, of course, give you more information about NFTSHILL. But lovely speaking with you, Maurizio, and thank you so much for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, please like and subscribe down below. Thank you very much.
Likewise. Thank you for having me. Likewise. Thank you very much.